Good day, tubes. Bruce here. Well, today we're starting a new series, and the theme is going to be tools that don't need fuel. For years and years and years, I lived out on an acreage, and I didn't have the money for chainsaws or rototillers or any of the expensive stuff, and I did it the old-fashioned way, the Armstrong method, you might say. It was back when, what do they say, ships were made of wood and men were made of steel. Well, not that long ago, but I'm just going to give you a quick view of the kind of stuff I had and what we're going to do. So come with me. So of course there's all the usual culprits: post hole augers, garden tools that I still use a lot of that stuff today. But there's a pry bar and my old shovel, and you know, I cracked the handle on this shovel, so I bought a new shovel, and it just doesn't feel right in my hands. I don't know why. So I taped it up, and I still use that shovel. That shovel has been with me since I was probably 21 years old, and I'm pushing 60. And here's a couple of the others that are going to be part of the operation. This is a hoe, but it's actually a weed killer. You pull it underneath and it chops the weed roots off when the weeds die. This handle is broken. It even flexes. You might be able to see that. So that's something. The sledgehammer. This is a fantastic quality sledgehammer. It's got some moisture on it because I just brought it in from the shed and it's cold outside, so we're getting some condensation on it. But this sledgehammer has beat on everything. And just to show you the difference between quality and non-quality, I'll put that down. This is a splitting maul, and look at how that has mushroomed over from being beat on by that. So this particular piece of steel was not made in Europe or North America. Excuse me. My pick was given to me. I don't even remember where I got it, but the piece of land I had, none of it had been cleared, and I cleared a lot of it with an axe and a pick and a sledgehammer. So this handle is just toast. So what I'd like to do is get most of the rust off this, get the edges semi-sharpened up. You can see there was an edge on there at one time. But that handle is definitely, oops, pardon me, that handle is definitely no good. Same with this sledgehammer. It's just had a bunch of screws and nails and stuff driven into the end. Watch when I tap it. So that is actually a danger to someone now. And then my axes, I got 3 different sizes. I got a 3.5 pound bush axe, and I call this my root axe. It's got a different edge. If you'll notice, I've already taken the handle off of this one, and I've shined it up, but that means nothing. It's all about the edge. This edge is more blunt, like a chisel. So this is like a root axe or a clearing axe. And this is a wood axe for felling and splitting trees and stuff like that. So and then there's my hatchet, which is not a very good quality. This axe was made in West Germany, so you know it's at least 25 years old, because West Germany, they took the wall down, and West Germany became Germany. So I've had that since I was in my 20s. And this is a Swedish axe, this 3.5 pound one. And it says right there, made in Sweden, SBA. Do you see the SBA right above there? And that means a Swedish bush axe. That's hard to say. So I got the 3 axes. This one's mushroomed over just from abuse, probably that sledgehammer banging on here for splitting wood before I got this cheap maul. Now, over time, I have preferred the wooden handled tools. I don't know why. They just seem to fit in my hand better. This is the hickory handle that's on my 2¼ pound. Even my little ball peen hammer, which we'll be using in a minute, I have 2 other hammers hanging up there. And you'd think that these would be preferable to use because of the handle. But they just don't have the balance and the weight and the feel of this wooden one here. So we're going to get started. I'm going to use these 2 hammers. This is an auto body hammer. And we're going to use both sides, the fine point and the blunt side of these 2 hammers. And we're going to start working on getting the mushroom off of this axe. This is a quality axe, Swedish axe. And after we get the mushroom off of it, we'll clean it up just like this German axe, and we'll also do the same with the hatchet. So I'm going to set you down. Okay, ear protection. This is going to be really loud, and I'm doing it on my old maple stump because I don't have an anvil. And you will see right away this mushroom starting to disappear. I don't have an anvil, like I said. I'm going to try both hammers, and we'll just kind of keep you involved here. And I've read that cold peening is better for the metal than heating it up or grinding it off, because grinding it off heats up the metal so much that it changes the temper in the axe head. Now, I'm probably going to get comments from experts out there, but that's fine. We're just trying to improve something that's already in bad condition. So you can already see that's the side I was working on, and that's the side I wasn't working on. Okay, teams, while we're at it, we're going to take the mushrooming off this hatchet. Alright guys, this is the one that's already been peened, and I think this Swedish axe has better steel in it than this German one, because I had a harder time peening that mushroomed edge down. But you can see it's pretty much gone. And now I'm going to take it over to the grinder and clean this up. I'm going to use a flap disc on an angle grinder, and I'm going to go nice and slow, and hopefully we'll get this edge cleaned up. As good as that. The other side's not as good, as you can see there. And you can tell I'm left-handed because both, see, this is the bottom, both this side here and this side here are the sides that got beat up more as I chopped stuff. So very interesting. We'll set the angle grinder up now. more and we'll have a look. Okay, tubes, as always you end up taking off more than you want, but now there's no more mushrooming left on that axe. A little bit on the left side, just like my other one. And now I'm going to finish polishing the axe with a less aggressive tool. I'm going to make sure I keep the Made in Sweden SBA on this side and the 3.5 pound on that side. We won't grind those away. And there isn't actually a lot left on this. Okay, tubes, this is quite interesting. This hatchet is not made out of a third as good a material as those other two axes. I peened out most of the mushrooming, and it's only taking just excuse me, look at that, a moment on the flap disc. Okay, tubes, I'm just going to cut the handle off this axe. I'm going to cheat and use electricity. My glasses on. And we'll do the hatchet too. Now come with me. This handle is all wrong. The grain is supposed to be going up and down, not side to side. And even on the bottom of the handle, you can see the grain is going at an angle. Whereas on the Swedish axe, you can see the grain is going up and down, which works for better striking force and less vibration.